Bluff City Media presents the Two Buck Sports Show with your hosts, Rusty Buckets and Uncle Buck. Now, let's get to the show.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to Friday. We finally made it, and this is your Friday edition of the Two Buck Sports Show. I am your co-host, Rusty Buckets, coming to you live from East Memphis with my guy, Drew Gann, aka Uncle Buck. How's it going this Friday, Drew?
What's going on? It's Friday. No news at all is happening here, and I'm not checking my phone constantly. Just an off the grid, or at least I wish I was completely off the grid Friday. And hey, we're all going to go through it together. I reckon you're going to see every single side and emotion. I'm going to try to be fair and honest and give you my thoughts.
We've talked about that. You know, we don't know what Lane Kiffin's going to do. I don't know that Lane Kiffin knows what he's going to do. But unfortunately, it remains in the news as long as he's going to allow it to be in the news until a decision is made. But we got other things to talk about. Grizz got a dub last night, a big win for the home team last night for the Memphis Grizzlies. I was in the building. We're going to talk about all that here in just a few minutes. And Drew, it's Friday. And every Friday we do our Bucks Big Three. I haven't told you what our Bucks Big Three of the day is today because I don't really know. Because we're going to wing it on the other side of this bumper video. It's been a busy week, and I just realized, I was like, you know what? We got to pick three things, and I got about 8 seconds to pick what we're going to pick.
Wayno, help us out. Welcome to the Two Buck Sports Show. It is Friday, which means it is our Bucks Big Three, and that is a segment in which I'm gonna watch me stall for you, Rusty. This is a segment in which me and Rusty come together, put our heads together, and we just pick a topic. Any topic. It could be sports, it could be movies, it could be foods, it could be theater, it could be poetry, it could be books, and let me know if I need to keep going.
Good. I got something.
Okay, and we lob that up here, and then we pick our favorite three under the category, and we put it out and let everybody vote on it. It's our Big Three. So I set it up, Rusty. You knock it down. What are we picking today?
That's funny. I got office flashbacks to the episode where we find out that Pam is pregnant, and Dwight said volleyball. He's like, how many people have to get hurt before we take this serious? 1, 2, like, come on. Hold on. Let me finish. 3.
Right.
4.
And then he just hauls off and kicks the ball into the woods.
Oh well, sorry. I'll get it. It just starts ambling over there. Anyway, so on this Bucks Big Three edition, Drew, I want to know, we're going to pick 3 weekend activities when you got nothing planned, right? Like you've been busy.
Got
an open weekend. You got a bye week. We don't have any football to watch. The Grizzlies got to win, so we got a good mood heading into the weekend. What are 3 things? Your 3 things. We'll go back and forth that you would plan on a down weekend.
Okay. Well, I'll go first because this was actually something that I'm looking forward to. I was going to touch it at the end, and I still may. We'll see if we end this show.
How we talk about our weekends
with what we're looking forward to. It's how we typically end our Friday episodes. But I am smoking some meats this weekend. I'm having friends over. We're having family friends over. Rusty, you're welcome to come tomorrow night if you're free. I know you're going to be in the relative area, at least on Sunday.
I got to do the post-game bounce, so we'll have to make some schedules coordination happen. But we'll talk. Actually, I'm interested in that.
Hey, Jared. Hey, you busy? No, of course you're not. You want to do the post-game bounce? So I have bought my first turkey of the season. If you're a long-time listener, you know I've got a few passions in life. It is the Ole Miss Rebels, the Memphis Grizzlies, my family in that order, and fourth is smoking turkeys at Thanksgiving time. I don't smoke anything else, but I love to put a whole turkey on the green egg and smoke it. So we've got some family friends from church coming over tomorrow night, and it's going to be a party. And I got a big 14-pound turkey that I'm going to throw on the green egg.
That smoking meats is a solid weekend choice. As you said that, I'm keeping an eye on Twitter just in case something breaks. And as you said that, this is a real tweet from the Texas A&M University. Congratulations to the Fighting Texas Aggie meat judging team on bringing another national championship home to Aggie land.
Well, listen, if there's anything that those yell eaters know, it's meats.
Meat judging.
Yeah, they handle lots of meat.
Pause.
I said exactly what you heard.
That's exactly right. So Drew's going to smoke some meat. I am going to keep it in the realm of fire. I had this plan for this weekend, but because of all the rain, it's not going to happen. But my dad and grandmother have this massive brush pile behind their house that I was pushing over on the garden space. It was going to just light that on fire and have a massive
diesel
bonfire.
Fuel.
Yeah, that you could have seen from Ripley, Mississippi. And just see that there was a massive pillar of fire and smoke to your northeast, I guess. But the rain's gonna hold that off. But I do love a fire on the weekend. We've got a solo stove that we sit around at Maggie's a lot when the weather is nice. A big brush bonfire like that is hard to beat. So for me on a down weekend, I'm sitting around some type of fire.
Yeah. Those should go hand in hand. So much like that meme of the Blood and the Crips kind of tying the bandanas together. That's me and you right now. We put smoking meats and bonfires like peas and carrots.
Like two cavemen back in the day, man. We're just like tapping into those ancient ancestors.
Yeah, it's all right, Liver King, settle down.
The primal instincts.
Our primal. Yeah. My next one is I'm kind of looking forward to this. I will get tired of it. This has just become fall activities for me. Because I'm seeing it. It needs to be done. It's a chore that I don't mind doing. I get a lot of satisfaction out of. And it's because of these 2 dang pin oak trees I've got in my front yard. But I have leaves everywhere. And I'm kind of ready for it to dry up, the ground to dry up, and to get the leaf blower out and start blowing these leaves. It will get annoying, I promise. But right now I'm like, I kind of would like to put these into a pile real quick and let the kids jump in them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, yard work is a good down week and bi-week activity. I do like I like mowing the yard. I like edging the yard. I like blowing off the grass, all that kind of stuff.
Now you sound like a BYU student.
Oh, listen, I just said edging the grass. I made sure because I stopped at edging and then I was like, the grass. Man, well, it is a
We're taking shots at Texas A&M, BYU, all the Colts.
We're not the only one. Chris has put the official flag of Texas A&M in the comments over here, so just know that
I didn't know. I don't know Chris, so I didn't know what we were stepping in there, and I didn't want to stir it up.
Shout out, Chris, man. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate Jared as well. If y'all are on X, come on over to YouTube, hop in the comments, let us know what you're doing on this bye week, Cupcake Week in college football. Hanging out with 2 dudes in polos, not men in hats, not grumpy old man, but 2 dudes in polo. But yeah, I like yard work, but leaf work just sucks, man. I've just never liked blowing leaves and raking leaves because it's just always one of those things. Like as soon as you get done, like when you mow the yard, you get at least like a day or 2 of satisfaction. Like, man, that looks crisp before the weeds come up. You get done with the leaves, you can go inside to get a drink, come back out to admire your work, and there's freaking pin oak leaves everywhere again.
Yeah, I didn't work, did I? Yeah, but listen, it is different in the country where I grew up because anytime you blew leaves, that means you get to set something on fire.
That's
going back to point A.
But do you remember that house that I had in Corinth, there behind Corinth High School, that had all those sweet gum trees?
Yeah, Pinecrest.
Yes, and it had a bazillion like that was the worst yard work because you can't burn those. Like we literally just haul them off in the woods and leave them there, and it would be like a pile as tall as you are of those freaking gumballs from those sweet gum trees.
There is no redeeming quality to a sweet gum tree. We had some in our yard growing up as kids, and the best thing my dad ever did was just chop them down because, we're in the country. We run barefoot, and everybody talks the cute thing, the popular thing to talk about pain-wise is stepping on a Lego. Buddy, let me raise you one to a sweet gum ball. Because that is literally a wooden bowling ball with spokes coming out of it.
That's it. Yeah. That's it. Out on that. In the same vein, something I'm doing now is I'm doing and this might sound kind of nerdy, that's fine, whatever, but I love a good decluttering to where I look at my closet or I look at a bookshelf or I look at stuff and I'm like, I'm not using that stuff anymore. So then I'm pulling out, I'm getting rid of it. I take it back to no free shout out Blue City Thrift here in Memphis. You can take good stuff there. They'll sell them to people in the city that have needs and whatnot. It's a great organization here in Memphis, but that's satisfying to me to look at my closet, be like, I'm not wearing half these shirts anymore or these shoes anymore, and pull them out, declutter, and then look at the space I've created. It's just kind of like, let's go.
Yeah, that is. tell me you don't have 4 kids. That tell me you don't have 4 kids. Because let me tell you something. When you start decluttering a house with 4 kids in it, preparing for a 5th to be brought home in a couple months, buddy, it is Armageddon when you start cleaning out that stuff. We took, and I'm not lying to you, and this goes to show you just kind of the excess that we live in here in America. Took like 8 bags of crap to the Goodwill. and it's stuff like my wife, we were like several years back, we started having kids and doing all this. I started wanting to be a part of it, be like, oh, well, don't throw that out, don't throw this out, we may want to keep that, and she wants to keep some of this stuff. Buddy, I'll let her just go to town. And I don't know what she took, and I guarantee you I will not notice. I will not say, where is that? Ever. Like, we'll just have what we have. Like, I don't care. Just get rid of all this stuff.
Yeah. Shout out in the comments. If you just joined in, we've talked about edging already. We've talked about meat judging. It's a wild day here on the 2 Buck Sports Show. Chris,
just wait.
It's a new
just wait.
I'm
about to tell you a story about a hot yoga class in a minute. So,
so it's going to get weirder. So
Friday,
I'm decluttering. You're smoking meats and doing yard work. What's the last thing? Your third thing you're doing on this bye weekend?
Okay. And I guess we are just kind of keeping this fall related. So it's, what do I want to do when I have nothing else to do? Listen, I'll say something that is just a pipe dream at this point. It's just an absolute pipe dream. We watch a lot of television because we do sports. We love sports. That's how we pass our time. On a bye week in which there's not really any games that I'm dying to watch, what I would love to do in a perfect scenario is read a book. That is totally off the board. I'm not allowed. You're not even allowed to get odds on the possibility that Uncle Buck reads a book because it will be 0 because of just the amount of kids. And by the time the kids go to bed, it's like, I think that bed looks nice. And if I try to read, I'll just go to sleep. But, a recliner, a little bit of brown water and ice, and a good book sounds amazing. Like, that is what I lust over these days.
Yeah. Maggie and I do that a lot on Sundays. That's our go-to is Sunday afternoon book reading. And we both love to read. We read books, like we do a little book club. We're reading the same book. We, read our own books or whatever. And you had me with it until
it's a real modern couple you have here.
Yeah, we are. We're cultured. I go to plays in New York City.
I go to Broadway and escape rooms.
And I drink with my pinky out. So we're cultured around here. So what happens if you move to Memphis? So I do enjoy it. But and I'm with you until you said the ice in the brown water because I like mine neat, like the good Lord intended. I don't need any ice watering it down or cluttering up what's supposed to be a good flavor. So just give me my whiskey neat, which honestly, after a long week of work, picked up a new client again. Cheers. I'm excited for a new client. Shout out to you. New client that I met with this morning. I'm going to have a celebratory brown water drink this weekend. At my dad's house. I'm going to be in Corinth hanging out with him. He does not partake in the nectar of the gods, but I will be in a small lowball glass at my dad's house celebrating the good week that it was.
Is it weird that the only redeeming factor of ice is I do just kind of like it chilled? Like the room temperature, I just want it cold. I like my drinks cold, unless it's
I get it.
coffee. There's nothing worse than room temperature, and I appreciate the brown water for what it is without the ice. But sometimes I just like it a little cold.
I get it. And Zach Edey highlights this here. We knew he would be after the monster game that Zach Edey had last night.
And Purdue beat Memphis last night.
And Purdue got a big win. Zach Edey highlights is having a day today. I know Drew's favorite brown water is whichever one I brought him most recently.
That's the only one. I don't ever buy any. I got another kid coming up, so I know I got to get another bottle coming.
Got another great bottle coming. So some Basil Hayden, which is typically your go-to, right?
Yeah, it's what you brought me. I like it.
Yeah, Basil Hayden's. For me, I kind of vary. I've got several favorites. I love a good Old Forester. I like Weller a lot. I'm a big rye whiskey guy, so like Old Forester rye, those type things. Recently though, I've been on one called Vodka, BHATKA, not vodka, but vodka, BHATKA. It was the original founders of Whistle Pig. They broke apart. They went and started this new company. It's the original Whistle Pig recipe in some different barrels. Phenomenal choice. It's for the price point. It's going to be in the mid 60s. It's a great, smooth sipping whiskey that does not need ice. Go to your local liquor store and check out BHATKA vodka. It's phenomenal.
Yeah, I've been too hard on the Diet Mountain Dew lately. I'm gonna have to switch to brown water to clean up my diet a little
bit. That's exactly right. But hey, we're 16 minutes into this with buffoonery. We're both burning things. He's cooking meat. I'm just burning sticks in a brush pile in the yard. I'm drinking brown water while decluttering. Drew's reading a book, doing some yard work. We're gonna have us a weekend this weekend, Drew.
Yeah, so that's fun. So that's our first segment. That's our Bucks Big Three. We didn't know where it was going to start, but where it ended was kind of pleasant. Got me looking forward to the weekend.
It did. Kind of like Michael Scott. I often don't know where I'm going when I start a sentence. I just hope to find myself along the way. And so off the cuff sometimes is good. But speaking of off the cuff is good, I don't know. The Memphis Grizzlies got a dub last night. And on the other side, we're going to be talking about
cuffing.
That game.
Cuffing is probably something that BYU and Texas A&M does as well.
We're already off the rails, boys and girls. This is going to be a long show.
All right, we got all that out of the way. The Grizzlies win. The Grizzlies win. Snapping a 6-game losing streak. They beat the team that we won't even talk about because we do not want to take anything away from it now, but they win by 40 last night. 41. And the Grizzlies win by 41. Listen, the good thing about a win is that you can say something nice about your team. The good thing about a blowout and a 40.1-point win is you can also talk crap about the other team without taking anything away from your team. Lord. And buddy, Sacramento needs to close up shop.
Yeah, that was a bad. You talk about teams who need to relocate, pack them up and move them to Vegas because that it was. I was in the building last night. I was in my Pinnacle seats last night, watching the game. You know, I'm not lower bowl, but I'm in the Pinnacle section. But I was like, the energy was great from the crowds. First of all, people were in. It was a smaller crowd, but people were in it because the team was in it. Ja and Jaren were in it on the bench. It was fun to watch. We'll get into all the game stuff here in a minute. But that felt like 10 dudes in black jerseys. The only thing that the Kings had in common was they wore the same clothes. It felt like every time somebody got the ball, they were just going to dribble until they shot. It just felt like 10 individual players, 5 individual players at a time, just running around. It was chaotic. It was discombobulated. That is a bad basketball team. But now I have watched Russell Westbrook in his entire Roy G. Biv, because he's got the rainbow of the NBA jerseys, and I completed it last night watching him with the Kings. But man, what a bad basketball team, Drew.
Yeah, it wasn't pretty. I did catch up on it, watch some highlights. I was calling a local high school basketball game. That was an absolute nail biter, and so I had fun. But I caught up with the game, and looking at the first thing you do when you don't watch a game and you look at the box score, you're just like, holy crap. Everybody's a plus 20, even Jock Landale. Vince Williams has 15 assists. There's 15 people. There's enough people on this team that can make shots to get Vince Williams up to 15 assists. It was wild.
Listen, man, we've been talking and it's not just us. A lot of people are talking about, Vince is going to have to play out of position and whatever. Dude's a point guard, man. The offense flows smoothly through him. Now, listen, he doesn't need to be taking a ton of minutes away from Ja. But when Ja is out, Vince has been serviceable. 4 points, 5 rebounds, 15 assists. He had the offense in check. He had the ball moving really well. We set a team record with 42 assists last night. Just absolute incredible, crisp ball movement from the Grizzlies last night. It was a fun team effort.
Yeah, this is the part where, because of the blowout, you can dog the other team without detracting from your own team.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy, Vince, we don't need to go too far on the Vince Williams assist numbers things. He is not a hidden John Stockton. We did not find John Stockton last night. We found Vince Williams against the Sacramento Kings. I've always kind of been a Vince defender because a lot of times when he sucked, he's out of position. He is out of position at point guard, in my opinion. I'm going to still stay on that side here. He is a backup point guard, backup shooting guard, third guard, a kind of a toolsy. He could be an elite defensive guard, and I've been impressed by the shot. I do not expect Vince Williams to be like a pass first point guard in this league.
And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is he is a perfect point guard for what we need as a backup to Ja with no Javon Small. Cam Spencer's getting some run in there, but like he is filling the role of what we need. He did that in that injury-riddled year, his first year. He ran some point guard effectively when Ja was out that season. And it feels like he has control of this offense to where he can facilitate and be, in this offense at least, a decent point guard. He's not going to be playing 24 minutes of point guard when we're fully healthy.
No.
But, man, it's been fun to watch what he's been doing. 15 assists last night, had himself quite a game. Santi Aldama was your leading scorer at 29, but you mentioned already, Jock Landale, 21 points, 6 rebounds, plus 14 on the night. It is amazing. It's amazing what happens when you get Jock Landale playing what he's supposed to be, a backup center. And he looked great last night.
Yeah, I mean, it was good. And Zach Edey, from what I saw, looked really good last night.
That's what we're going to transition to next. Tell me if this is a good shooting split, Drew. Zach Edey had a shooting split of 100%, 100%, 100%. Like, that's pretty good, right?
Yeah.
7 to 7 from the field, 1 of 1 from 3, 1 of 1 from the free throw line, 16 points, 4 rebounds. One negative, and this is just we got to have some negative things to talk about. We can't just be all, sunshine and bunny rabbits today. Once again,
I'm going to be.
I mean, I am, but except for this one little statement. Zach Edey reeled off like 6 straight points, couple of big dunks, was dominating the court. And you know what immediately happened? Take a guess.
He was pulled off the court
and put on the bench. Anytime you go on a run in this Memphis Grizzlies fascist offense, as you called it, you get yanked. We sat behind these family, a husband and wife, and her mom and dad, older couples, really nice folks. She even said, she was like, "That's 2 Zach Edey baskets in a row. Zach, don't make a third. He's going to pull you." Sure enough, he makes a third and gets pulled. And it's just like the people see it. The people see it.
All right, and this will go to my next comment to be negative, to try to see the whole picture for what it is. Like I said, when you blow somebody out to this degree, it is because you play well and the other team plays terribly, okay? I kind of prefaced this yesterday on the show when I said, if the Grizzlies look awesome without Ja and Jaren, we're going to pretend like this offense is awesome. And, buddy, the offense was awesome. However, I don't care because when Ja and Jaren come back, they're playing, you've got to make them look good. They looked good as a unit of pretty good players. The problem is when you inject one superstar and one all-star into this, you better make it to where it is still awesome and features them.
It is still an offense that highlights role players. And you had a team full of role players last night having awesome games. When you've got a $50 million and $40 million, a superstar, you got these dudes you've invested in, we don't need to be running a gimmicky offense that highlights role players. It was fun last night. The Grizzlies are now 5-0 against teams with a losing record this year, and 0-11 against teams with a winning record. So it's with a grain of salt for sure, but this is an offense that highlights role players. And I asked Luke on the Daily Grind this morning, does this mean we need to, like, are Ja and Jaren the problem? Jock might be. Are Ja and Jaren the problem? And the answer is no. The answer is absolutely not. It's that we run an offense that highlights role players in the aggregate, not necessarily our superstars, like best talents.
Yeah. I'm not going to ever be high on any offense. I don't care who's being good if it's not also good for Ja and Jaren. Last night, you saw Tomas Isolo. Tomas in the postgame, I saw a quote that said that the guys, nobody deserved a win like this. Everything went perfectly. The offense was great. All this other kind of stuff can be talked about after a 41-point win at home against Sacramento. And you should take the win. You should enjoy the win. You should let that boost you a little bit. It's been a really hard season.
Sure.
And I'm not trying to bring anyone down. I'm just saying I will enjoy this while I can, while also looking forward and saying, if you can't also do this with John Jaren, you coaching staff has to manipulate the offense to where it works for John Jaren, or it's just we're going to come right back down to earth.
Real quick, I want to circle back to these two comments. Shout out S22T for being here, and again, Chris Anthony for being here. We appreciate y'all watching. Make sure y'all hit like while you're here, subscribe to the channel, turn notifications on so you know when all of our great shows go live. I don't want to hear this. LeBron James is 40 years old, and he played 30 minutes in his first game back with sciatica, an old man injury, sciatica, and he played 30 minutes. Zach Edey is 24. I understand it was an ankle sprain, whatever. But if you can play 25 minutes, you can play 30 minutes. John and Jaren, if you can play 25, 28 minutes, you can play 32, 33 minutes. I just I hear that. That's fine. Be forgiving. I'm not going to we won last night, so I'm not going to get all upset. But the minutes restriction, man, come on, bro. He's 25 minutes. Come on.
Yeah, I will say last night they didn't have any business playing over 25 minutes. You pulled the starters, it's fine. You can blame that on injury management, and you can call it whatever you want to. It was a blowout last night.
We're going to blame Ortho South. Shout out Chris Anthony.
I tell you what, there's stuff going around. People are rallying around this little niche thought that we should blame the trainers, and I am not even qualified in the slightest to blame any trainers. But what I'm saying,
I am, and I'm not blaming them.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that it's just I'm with you 100%. Like, you should be able to play more. I give more leniency on restricting Edey because it's just his third game back, and you saw at the end of that his second game. What was that? The one on Tuesday.
The Spurs.
The Spurs game. He was absolutely gassed. Like, you're going to have to ramp him up to where you're going to have to get him to where he's conditioned for that. Cedric's the one that's kind of weird for me. He's not missed any time for any injuries, and so you're kind of rehabbing something that was not ever an injury that was able to keep him out. Zach Edey is trying to get into basketball conditioning, so I see that a little more than what I see Cedric Howard. But fine. None of it matters last night because you were up by 40 points.
I mean, that's fine. Last night's not the game to get, but last night we did see Tyrese Maxey play 47 minutes in a regulation game. If one of our players,
a close game,
yes, but if one of our players played 47 minutes, Zach Kleiman would combust in his box. He would literally combust out of anger.
It's just one example of many in which you're looking at the formula more than you're looking at the result. What?
I think we've pissed off Michelangelo because we called it a gimmicky offense, and he is all caps on. He's all caps on us right now. Seriously,
I mean, I don't know how a podcaster could possibly be informed, because inform implies, in my opinion, sources. We don't have sources, but dang it, we watch 82 games and we've seen this team for 15 years. Like, I'm allowed to have an opinion that disagrees with you.
Yeah, and, especially when we have 80 plus years of data of what works, and we're trying to buck the system, and we're now 5-11 trying to buck the system.
I just simply don't care, and I'm not going to overreact to a 41-point win over Sacramento in which the offense worked, but it once again did not feature John Jaren.
Buddy, let me tell you, that Sacramento team is geeks. Like, they're terrible.
That's a bunch of made men. That's a bunch of made men playing out the rest of their career.
Literally, like, you've got Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, and Russell Westbrook, who are just trying to get enough stats that they can get a nod for the Hall of Fame. They're just going to be just shot chucking. Zach LaVine
also,
took
how in the world does Domantas Sabonis go from questionable to reevaluated in a month with an MRI? With an MCL sprain. Like, how does that happen?
Tear. It was the meniscus tear.
Oh,
That's a meniscus tear, so he's out. They must have done an MRI and found that, so he's on the shelf. He's going to be on the shelf for quite a while with the meniscus tear. Might ultimately end up having to have surgery. I do not recommend meniscus surgery. That's a conversation for a whole other day.
You remove it?
You either remove it or you just rehab it. Like, you can there's actually really, really good research and studies coming out now that the negative impact of a meniscus surgery far outweighs any positive you'll get from it. Speaking as somebody who had a meniscus surgery in college, and
high-level athlete right there.
Right. It still gives me a ton of issues to this day. Like, you don't need meniscus surgery, but
there was that
for a while.
Yeah, that was a debate that was being had around Jaron being young. He had a meniscus issue. It was like, do you surgically repair it and rehab it and let it heal, or do you there is an option to just remove it? Like, just not have to worry about this anymore.
Even then, you're going in, you're having surgery. It's going to create scar tissue and all the secondary issues that come with opening up a joint. Meniscus does not have a great blood supply, but it can scar down to where it can go away. So if you're listening, if you don't take anything away from this episode, other than there's two handsome dudes on your screen, it's don't have meniscus surgery.
And I hope that's not the only thing you're taking away from this episode. If so, you should probably spend your time elsewhere. Michelangelo's like, the only good thing I learned is that I shouldn't have meniscus surgery, and these two buffoons don't know what the crap they're talking about.
Uninformed. We appreciate you being here, Michelangelo, and everybody else in the comments. Thanks for hanging out with us. They're popping off today. Got new faces, got new names.
And the only
what happens when the Grizzlies win, you get new people.
we welcome all criticism. I love comments in which they disagree with us. The only rule that we have is, in order to be able to do this, you have to give us the thumbs up. Do not give us a thumbs down. Tell us in the comments how stupid we are. Please don't give us a thumb. You also to earn the right to do that, you have to give us a thumbs up.
That's right. That's right. And so we are. Look, the Grizzlies got to win.
Let's address this. I'll be Michelangelo. I'll ask you, why do you think Thomas was brought here? Why do you think, what do you think we're doing here? Everything is new for a reason. You cannot live in the past because you completely miss what is actually happening. So, Rusty, answer.
I think, all right, so I'm going to get a little technical here. So I think that Zach Kleiman brought in T.I. to out-strategize everybody else because we're at a talent disadvantage. Yes. I think that's the reason. The talent disadvantage doesn't make the system work. You're still going to lose. We got 80 years of people running pick and roll, playing your best players 35, 36 minutes a night, emphasizing or highlighting whatever your best player's skill set is. And we are now trying something new. And to whom I said, we're looking at short, medium, and long-term results. I think we can safely say that the short term has been a bust. I mean, we're 5-11, 4-5 at home. We're 5-0 against bad teams.
What does the survey say?
So now we're working on the medium, and as you can see on our screen, we're 4-6 in the first 10. We're 1-5 in the second 10. It ain't looking too good on the medium either, brother.
I'm not going to die on the heel of it's worked this way for 80 years. Dang it, it'll work now. I just think. If you're trying to maximize this team analytically and the result is that Ja and Jaren suck, then I'm out. I mean, we can try to play all left-handed because the analytics do it. And if it works, great. I don't care. We can play with our feet. And if it works, I don't care. Yeah. The problem is it's not.
It ain't working.
Not.
It ain't working. And at least Ninja DJ learned about edging and combustion today as well. Yeah. Man, thank y'all for being here. Comments are popping off. This is a lot of fun.
If you do one really well, the other will happen.
Yeah. This is a good day because the Grizzlies won. They did set a franchise record in assists last night, and that's what happens when you have a bunch of role players. None of them want to shoot unless you're Santi Aldama, who took 18 of them last night en route to a 29-point game. Shout out Slim Spain. Grizzlies get a win.
Wayno was the only one that was mad watching that game last night.
He was furious. I could feel it. Just fuming that Santi was having a good game. Plus 28. The best plus minus on the team was Santiago Aldama last night. Drew, we get another chance tomorrow night against the Dallas Mavericks.
I'm going too far when Jared starts texting me personally.
That's it. Outrage. There it is. Wayno's outraged and all caps. Be careful. All caps.
He went outside and kicked his kangaroo.
That's it. All caps gets you banned around here. I think that's why King Meeks isn't here because he got accidentally banned last night. Shout out to Jared and Evan in the post-game bounce last night.
Not Mr. St. Jude.
Mr. St. Jude. Jared and Evan banned Mr. St. Jude.
We're going to have to publicly reprimand them for accidentally banning Mr. St. Jude. This is Memphis.
Yeah. Cedric Coward was really good again last night, Ninja DJ, and we need that again tomorrow night against the Dallas Mavericks and an opportunity to go on a win streak. Drew, we have not won back-to-back games this entire young season. Again, short-term results are a bust. We had a chance to go back-to-back dubs tomorrow night against the Mavericks, who now are without Anthony Davis. Cooper Flagg missed his first game this week. And
He'll
Dante
be
Exum had season-ending knee surgery this week. Can the Grizzlies go back-to-back against the Mavericks?
Well, I mean, they better. I mean,
Mhm.
but Dallas is competitive, especially if they've got Flag in there. They almost beat the Knicks the other night. And actually, that was without Flag, I believe.
Mhm. That was the game he missed the other night, yeah.
Listen, they've got athletes. They've got long guys. They've got a good front court presence. It'll be a Zach Edey game again. When you've got guys like Gafford and PJ Washington's going to be the star of the show there. The Grizzlies ultimately should win.
Gives him a 54% chance to win tomorrow night. Jaren will probably a game time decision. I'm kind of the
that's
thought,
on the road, correct?
On the road. I'm kind of the thought that we may not see Ja or Jaren. We know Ja's going to be reevaluated next week. I don't think we'll see, we could see Jaren tomorrow night. I hope we don't need to see Jaren tomorrow night. And instead we get Jaren back next week. We should be getting a Ty Jerome update literally any minute now. He's being reevaluated today. So we should hear something over the course of the next 24 hours.
What was funny about that? They're like, we're going to it just shows analytics to me. I don't know. I'm just everything's analytics to me. But it says we are going to evaluate Ty Jerome and expect an update in the coming days. And I was like, how long did it take you to tabulate the results from a rehab, to rehab evaluation? Like, Rusty, when you were doing evaluations for physical therapy, did you say, you can do that, that's good? Or did you say, you do what I tell you to do, and I will let you know the results in 4 to 6 weeks? Like, no. What are we doing? Like, just, can he play or not? You just watched him.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. And we were supposed to get an update on Monday. This analytics coach can't do math because the 4 weeks was Monday.
Is the European calendar a little different?
It's Friday.
Do they use the Mayan calendar like we do, or not Mayan calendar? He might still use the Mayan calendar. That's what it
might. That Finnish calendar is off a little bit because it was supposed to be Monday. It's Friday. We should hopefully get a Grizz PR this afternoon. It better be good news.
They've got 10 days in their week, so when he says 4 to 6 weeks, he means like 40 to 60 days.
That's it. That Finnish math's off a little bit different. But y'all tune in tomorrow as the Grizzlies play the Dallas Mavericks on the FanDuel Sports Network. Hopefully we get another win tomorrow night. We're going to hit a quick commercial break. I got a pretty hard out here in just a little bit, so we're going to talk a little college football on the other side of the commercial break. It's Cupcake Week, but there's a spackling of a few games that might be pretty good.
Calling all Tiger fans, your place to watch the first-round matchup between the Memphis Tigers and number 1 ranked Purdue Boilermakers is at Mugshots Grill and Bar in Carrierville, Tennessee. 4:30 p.m. Thursday, November 20th. Come hang out with Bluff City Media at the South's premier sports bar. Great food, beer specials, and large television screens will make Mugshots the place to be to cheer on your Tiger basketball team. Also, Tigers Live, the premier Memphis Tigers postgame show, will be live after the game from Mugshots. Come hang out with us this Thursday.
Some games define a season, but the Egg Bowl defines a state. It's not just a game. It's bragging rights, family lines, and hatred that few rivalries can match. Forget records and rankings. In this game,
unsportsmanlike conduct on all players from both teams.
The tradition is chaos, and this year could be the most yet. Mississippi State has something we haven't seen in years, a bite behind their bark. Starkville believes again, and the Cowbells will be out in force. Across the field, Ole Miss comes to town with everything to play for, but that's not what we're talking about. Lane Kiffin's dramatics hang like a dark cloud over Oxford. The Rebs have dodged distractions before, but never with this much on the line. This year's Egg Bowl promises to be crazy. It's for postseason positioning, state supremacy, and an opportunity to play spoiler like never before. What will be the story this year? The only guarantee in this game is chaos, and Grind City Brewing is your home for every single second.
Four and 11, 5-game losing streak, 1.5 back of the 10 spot. Is it fixable?
If your thoughts were this team was a what? Before the season started, where did you think that you thought they would be?
Playoff team.
In the top 6 in the Western Conference?
Contending for 6.
See, my thoughts were they were a 7 to 10 team. Too many unknowns. Told you it was an if year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of ifs.
If these things happen, we can be like, ooh, it's fun. But it's a lot of them ifs that have to happen. And a lot of those ifs are not happening. Not much needs to be salvaged to be where I thought that this team was going to be anyway. I think the playing better is good. It's just now it's about fourth quarter basketball.
Tune in to the Night Court Podcast with your hosts, Rob Fisher and Brevin Knight, on the Bluff City Media YouTube channel.
Welcome back to the Two Buck Sports Show. That is our commercial break for the day. We have talked Memphis Grizzlies, we have talked BYU and Texas A&M and Colts, and we've talked about weekend plans. And so now we are going to touch on college football week number, I think this is 13.
In our FanDuel Football Friday segment, we always talk college football on Fridays. We normally have a litany of games to pick from, but it's kind of Cupcake week. Not a lot of great games this weekend. So we got the good ones here on your screen to talk about. Real quick, Ninja DJ, look, we ain't, as long as you don't come out in all caps, if you yell at us in all caps, you'll get a timeout.
Yeah.
If you come at us in lowercase, you give us a thumbs up on the stream, and then come at us in lowercase, you can do whatever you want, almost.
Yeah.
Almost. Just don't mention any other names too, because I booted that one clown out of here one time for that. But you got it on this weekend. We do have a couple of big games. Missouri at Oklahoma is one of the bigger games with some playoff implications. Oklahoma has kind of vaulted themselves back into the playoff mix, Drew, with the win over Alabama as they face Missouri this weekend, trying to keep their playoff hopes alive. Can the Tigers pull off the upset?
Sure. Yeah, sure. Listen, they are in the team of both of these teams are in the tier of SEC school, which I guess is every team in the SEC that is absolutely beatable in the right scenario. I mean, Texas A&M was down 30-3 to South Carolina. Oklahoma beat Alabama. Alabama beat Georgia. Georgia beat Ole Miss. Ole Miss beat Oklahoma. Like this stuff is just weird. Yes, it could happen. Everything's on the line. I wonder about the commitment factor from Missouri. Coaching searches anybody want to talk about. Lane Kiffin has sucked all the air out of the coaching balloon out here. You know, nobody else is talking about anything else other than Lane Kiffin, and rightfully so. But one coach that is heavily rumored to leave their school is Eli Drinkwitz at Missouri. We'll see if that plays a factor into this or not.
Yeah, I mean, they're not Ole Miss is not the only school with distractions. Drinkwitz has been linked to Florida, has been linked to Penn State, has been linked to several other jobs. There is a world where this could be one of his last games coaching the Missouri Tigers. I wonder if those distractions are gonna play in. And look, Missouri's on their third string quarterback. Bro Pribilo's out. The other fella got hurt. They got Ahmad Hardy, Lawrence County, Mississippi native, who rushed for a 300 bills against a vaunted, not really, Mississippi State rush defense. I think Oklahoma's defense is a lot better than what Missouri has seen. Obviously, they cracked down on Alabama. Their strength is stopping the run. I think if they can control Ahmad Hardy, they can win and keep their playoff hopes alive.
Yeah, I'm with you.
USC, Oregon. USC under Lincoln Riley. Well, I guess Lincoln Riley in his career is 0-8 against top 10 teams, 1-9 against ranked opponents, and they travel to Autzen Stadium, one of the hardest places to play, one of the loudest, most rowdy environments in the entire country, for a game with playoff Big Ten implications. Look, until Lincoln Riley wins one of these games, I don't know that I can believe in him. There is some distraction around Lincoln Riley. Look at here. We got another one. We've got Lincoln Riley has been linked to Florida, a couple other jobs. I don't know that he's going to take any of them. He's got a pretty big buyout. I think he's happy in Southern California. Until Lincoln Riley wins a big game, like Matt Rule, like James Franklin, I'm just not going to believe that he can. Dan Lanning's going to have him right. Look, Jordan Mailata is a great quarterback, but Dante Moore is also a really good quarterback. 21 touchdowns, 5 picks on the year for Dante Moore. I trust the Ducks here over the Trojans.
Yeah, I don't really trust either team, if I'm being honest with you. It makes 9.5 seem like a big number. Oregon was forced to play Iowa football against Iowa a couple weeks ago. 9.5 seems like a big number. I'd probably take USC.
Yeah, I think Oregon covers. I'm going to take the Ducks to cover. I'm going to take the Ducks to cover.
All right.
Kentucky Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
I put this on here as an SEC matchup. Drew, Diego Pavia is coming down to the wire, his final college football season. It's a tune-up game allegedly, unless he gets more eligibility. It's a tune-up game for Vanderbilt as they take on Tennessee next weekend in a rivalry game. Who you got?
This one's a little tricky. Kentucky's doing the opposite of quitting, which is what I thought. They boat raced Auburn. Was that right? Was it Auburn? Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No, it was Florida. They boat raced Florida a couple weeks ago. They've kind of found something in Cutter Boley, the freshman quarterback they've went to once they finally realized the Zach Calzada experience was extremely horrible. He's kind of giving them a little bit. He's tough. It's fun to watch if you ever want to watch any Kentucky. What I hope happens is that Diego Pavia plants his flag and punches his ticket to New York for the Heisman Trophy ceremony. I don't think he's got a shot to win it. But with a win against Kentucky and to go on the road in Knoxville in the last week of the season to get a win there, I think that would pretty much put Diego Pavia get him a trip to Radio City Music Hall for the Heisman.
And he deserves it for what he's done for Vanderbilt over the last couple of years. I think he deserves to be there. He won't win, but he deserves to be there. It's a good call.
He does.
Arkansas travels to Texas in a former Southwestern Conference rivalry. The Longhorns come in 7-3 on the season, 2-8 for the Arkansas Razorbacks, 0-8 or 0-6 in conference play so far this year. I don't look for Arkansas to get a win this weekend. Texas has kind of found their mojo again. They're kind of getting back going. Georgia game notwithstanding. This ain't Georgia. Yeah. This ain't Sanford Stadium. I think Texas rolls over Arkansas.
I do too. I do too. This being at home, Texas has not done anything resembling quality football on the road all year. And so, I think they're hosting that. They're hosting Arkansas. I think Texas wins and covers.
We both got Vanderbilt winning and covering. We both got Texas winning and covering. The last one, big rivalry weekend game, I guess. Early. Yeah. Tennessee, Florida, been a historic rivalry. Been a lot of bitterness here. It's decided the SEC a number of years in the SEC East anyway. What a kooky year this has been for Florida. Yes, they've got boat race by Kentucky, and they have a win over Texas. I don't know which Florida team's going to show up here. If the Texas-Florida team shows up, this could get squirrely. 3.5 feels close. I think Tennessee wins, but I'm going to take Florida to cover. This is going to be an interesting one. I can see this being 21-20, 31-30, 35-34, like a missed extra point or something. But you just don't know. It's a home game for Florida. I don't really know which team's going to show up. So, you know what? In a rivalry game, let's take chaos and take the underdog to cover.
Yeah, I don't hate it. The Tennessee minus 3.5 probably says a lot. Florida's only won, 3 games this year, and they're only a 3-point dog at home. I thought that line should be a little higher, so that's a little alarming. Well, Florida's defense is pretty good. DJ Lagway was not good against Ole Miss. Broken coverages is the way that you beat, or that Florida has success in the passing game, and Tennessee's defense has just been disgusting all year long. Disgusting. So I'll take Florida, I guess. I have no intentions on watching this football game.
No, not at all.
Although if I do check the score and it's like 45-43, I'll be like, okay, I'm in. That could be the halftime score.
That's it, because Tennessee's secondary is okay. Their front seven is okay. Their secondary is a nightmare. But DJ Lagway has 12 touchdowns and 13 interceptions. And wait a second, some people called him a generational talent at the beginning of the year.
He is extremely talented.
It just doesn't translate.
He is extremely.
give you-
I got so frustrated watching that Florida game because the interim coach, Gonzalez is his name. I can't remember his first name. He spent the whole game with a piece of paper on his leg from the standing position, leaned over, writing on his leg the entire game. I'm like, dude, what is he writing?
He's got his
Constantly.
manifesto. Having to watch DJ Lagway play quarterback is what it is.
Like-
Because the comparison to Anthony Richardson and DJU is not that far off with DJ Lagway. Talent, but no actual production. Joey Aguilar's not a whole lot better. 22 touchdowns, 10 picks. It will be an ugly football game.
That's a whole lot better than 13 interceptions and 14
That's
picks.
it. Yeah, Tennessee 3.5-point FanDuel favorite. It's going to be a gross football game. But that's going to do it for your Friday edition of the $2 Sports Show. A little bit shorter today than we have been going because I got a lunch meeting here in just a few minutes. But appreciate y'all hanging out. Michelangelo, Wayno, DJ, King Meeks, Ninja DJ, Kenny was here, Jared. S22T. Appreciate y'all being here.
Zach Edey highlights.
Zach Edey highlights. You had the original gang, some new faces. Thank y'all for being here. Really appreciate it. Y'all make these fun shows fun, interacting with us here. But y'all go have a good weekend. Stay dry. Grizz going to get a dub tomorrow night in Dallas before coming home and hosting the Nuggets on Monday. We'll get you ready for all that on Monday. Y'all go be a friend to somebody who needs a friend. And Drew, tell them why there are no refunds.
That's right. And you don't deserve one for today. So everybody deserves a refund today. I apologize.
No, do not apologize. We got off the rails.
You're right. Fun. No, I never apologize for saying stupid stuff.
I want to take this opportunity to apologize to
absolutely nobody. So thank you, Conor McGregor. So we'll be back. Hopefully, this will have a coaching search update by Monday. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a weekend, and I'm liable to turn my phone off. And I'll see you guys when I turn it back on Monday.
Thank you for listening to the $2 Sports Show. If you enjoyed this episode, leave a rating and a review wherever you download your podcasts. Also, like and subscribe to Bluff City Media's YouTube page. We'll see you back here next time.